Hi, everybody. This is Allison from Alley Cat Creations. How are you? Me? Today's Saturday. I want to say Tuesday night. I was recording a video about a bunch of stuff that I started to see and not resonate with, and I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. More like a sit down chit chat kind of deal video. And I started really not feeling good. So I didn't post a video. I tried editing out a couple of parts and I just wasn't happy with it. And of course, then 2 a.m. the next day, I started feeling like I was having a heart attack. My lungs, my kidneys, my heart was like in really bad, sharp pain. I threw myself on the floor and put my feet up, thinking I was having a heart attack. I reached for my aspirin. I took some aspirin. I'm rolling around on the floor. I'm like getting no relief. And, I get a lot of back spasms and I get a lot of nerve pain. So I know what's what. I also was a professional rescuer, close to EMS status, for rescuing. I was a lifeguard for 18 years. So I have all that training. I'm like, all right, females get different signs for heart attacks. So I'm thinking, all right, let's logically think here, what's going on? I finally was able to get myself off the floor. I like scooched to my bathroom, and as soon as I opened up to get a bag, bile, not to be gross. And I couldn't stop for almost a day. And I'm like, all right, I could have a stomach virus, but I haven't been able to get out. I've been very focused on boxing up my house. I'm tackling like each room. I'm going through different things to see what I can sell. I put a couple of things up on the yard sale site. Just cleaning things out. What do I want? What do I want to take with me? What can I put up for sale? And I've been doing that very consistently every day. And oh my goodness, when I tell you, I haven't been able to sleep for days, throwing up, not being able to keep anything down. Water wasn't being kept down. I have 12 like water bottles around me. Puke bags all over the place. Just really not a couple of really good days at all. This morning I woke up with a severe migraine. That's why I'm not sitting up and being more lively or looking like normal. I felt like I owed you guys, since I do have the internet still. They didn't shut me off yet. To do a video just to give you guys an update on what's going on with me. What's going on with the channel. Right now, I am in the hole for everything. I don't know. I can't get a loan that's worth a shit. I'm going to be putting my house up for sale. I'm hoping that I start feeling better, that I can get more things packed away in boxes. I'm hoping today, it's July 4th weekend, so it's going to be like a lost kind of weekend. I'm hoping I can get to a Coinstar tomorrow or on Monday to cash in my coins. I have hidden bags around my house and I didn't even realize that I had, of just change. I do need to keep a bit of it because I plan on going to Indiana on the 17th to check out the state to see if I like it. Spirit is sending me there. I don't know why. And I'm also going to the troop tour to see people and, try to get out of myself for a little bit. So I'm trying to get that squared away, and that is, you know, with gas and everything, I don't know. I'm trying to manifest that, but I'm also trying to manifest my bills, what I have left. And I'd be able to pay all of that off once I sell my house. The problem is this in-between period of like where I'm at now, and if I do sell my house and I can't get a house, where am I going? Who am I going? What's going on? Where am I putting my furniture? I still need a rent a car, a rent a van. I have to look into if I'm allowed to, with my license, to do a box truck, but I have to do all that myself. And I don't have any help. I might be able to put it out there on Facebook land, like, hey, I need some really strong guys. Can you help me with the furniture, get it on the truck? But then I don't know what happens when I get to another state and to try to get a storage facility, if anybody would be there to help me get the furniture off the truck. I'm very lucky. I have a hand cart that I bought, but you know, that only gets you so far. You need muscles, and I have them, but not with the way I've been feeling. So I also have my little Morgan cat right here, and I have Ethan. What do I do with them? They're not young, they're old. And it's hot. And if my electric goes off, I don't know what. I don't think they're gonna turn me off. I don't know. I don't really think, because everything has been paid up to date for the most part for the last 7 months. But my whole existence in this house, I've never been late on a bill. This is the first time it's happening. So I don't think that, I'll think they might give me a leniency. We'll see. So that's what's been going on. I have really been not feeling good, really sick. I've been wanting to do readings, but like as soon as I put my eyes, especially to the computer screen, I start getting nauseous and hacking, dry heaving. So I can't be doing that. Yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm going through a lot. What I would like to talk about, besides my issues and what's going on, there are two to three people that I watch here and there. They're more on the spiritual side of things. Michael from Our Everyday Lives and The Girl in the Universe. They've been talking about CERN and the Schumann resonance and what's been going on. And I feel like a lot of my issues with feeling this way is not just from food poisoning, which I called the doctor, the telehealth thing, and they're like, no, that sounds like food poisoning. And the fact that a friend got me some food from the food bank. This makes sense. And it's nobody's fault. It is what it is. Again, I eat once a day. So they were talking about the solar flash, which I don't necessarily believe it's going to happen. I believe it's been happening in pulses. So if we've been looking at the Schumann resonance and looking at the charts for the last 2 weeks, we've had a lot of whiteouts. We've had a lot of CMEs. The KP index was really high the other day. We hit 75. We had a white streak going down, and I felt that. And it's probably why I had the migraine. People like me who are starseed light workers, we're not feeling good. I was on, I got to catch Jason Q's ramble. Well, he doesn't ramble. He smacks smack it down the truth. He was with Lewis Herms today on Screw Big Dove, and I wrote it in the chat as like, anybody else feeling like death? And a lot of people like, yeah, we don't feel good. This is not good. We're nauseous. We're tired. We don't feel great. I'm like, all right, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. So yeah, for anybody on my Telegram channel, like, if you're on my chit chat and you could share stuff, like, please do it. Like, I haven't been on to share, and I don't really mind. I'm just gonna put this out there. I don't mind what anybody posts. Just really be discerning though with certain people. And this is like a big reason why I was doing the last video that I was doing that never made it up before I was hoping to die, because actually we don't die, we just transform. And I was like, I can go. I don't need to be here and suffer anymore. I was actually excited, but that's not the case. Damn. That would have been nice though. I don't have to worry about cleaning the house. Someone else has to go do it. And you know, I just worry about where the cats are gonna go. That's really about it. But they were talking about the energies that are hitting the planet right now, the electromagnetic energies. A few Telegram pages too are discussing like the CERN topic on like July 5th. I honestly don't believe we need to be concerned about anything. I absolutely have a feeling that the good guys are in control, that this is like a fear. We're going to try to fear monger everybody so that the loosh could be sucked in, and that, you know, whoever is staying and whoever's going is going. I think it's just a mind, it's all in your consciousness. You know, what's really funny, if anybody has been alive and like remembers like 2012 or Y2K, it's the end of the world. Oh my God, the apocalypse is happening. Ah! That's how I kind of feel like this has been coming up as, and I don't like it. Why? Because there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of psyoping happening out there. And again, we don't know who's right or wrong. And I'm just going to put that out there. You really don't, because there's no tangible evidence about a lot of things. The only tangible evidence that we have that all of us could physically look at and say, okay, well, now this makes sense, is the Schumann resonance. That's equipment that's being used on Earth that I don't think it correlates and corresponds with people's energy. It spiked. I felt the headache, and not because they saw the chart. I saw the chart after the point. You know, I'm not the only one feeling like junk right now. There's a bunch of people feeling like junk. A girl in the universe was talking about it, that there's a lot of people with tummy issues. It's like a big purge. And she's like, you have to understand, if you came into your human body, but you are of a higher density, I believe that my higher 6th density self swapped out my 3rd density soul, and my 6th density self came to help save me, then I'm feeling like junk, because my body has to reach to my soul's level of density. And I believe and I feel that is to be correct. That my 3rd density, and even if we're in 4th density right now, 4th dimension, and I believe that we are, but we're still ping-ponging back and forth a lot of this energy right now. we're still vibrating and frequenting between 3 and 4. Not early 3, we're like at the last clip of 3 and we're already in 4, but we're still vibrating and ping-ponging. Our soul and our body has to match in equivalence to shoot up. And I know that there's a bunch of us that are purging out right now. So I'm not alone. It's just really inconvenient timing for me, because things are not happening in the world. Not that I know things have to take, and everything happens in its own time and everything is divine timing. And I'm not disclaiming any of that. It gets frustrating when you've been screaming out for help for so long and you see other people that don't really need it accept donations and get what they need, and you see somebody like me who has been screaming out, help me, help me, help me, and it's not because I'm not trying. I'm just getting rejection after rejection after rejection because it's not supposed to happen for me. And I understand that and I know that, but at what point, do I collapse and fall and go out on my ass? Or do I sit here and put my pride away and ask for help? And I've been putting my pride away and asking for help because I don't usually ask. And this is the first time in my life that I've actually had to go out of my way to ask for help for anything. We all have to realize that things are going to happen on its own timing. The good guys are not going to tell you when, this thing is going to drop or that thing is going to drop. Grape juice. It's delicious. And it stays down in my tummy. There's a particular person that's come out. Carrie Cassidy did an interview with this person. This person just came out on the scene. This person has been out on the scene. It's a he. I'm not going to give him a name out of respect for him. I don't know his situation too well, but I've seen interviews years ago with him, again, by Carrie Cassidy. But recently, this person has been out on everybody's channel. And a lot of people are right away like suckering into like what he's saying is the absolute truth. And I don't believe everything he's saying is absolute truth. Some things are pretty, like, I can't argue those points, because when I look at information and I listen to a lot of different people, I take what resonates with me, of course, but I take everything in. And then I line it up with what other people are saying. And when enough people are saying the same thing, it holds more tangible weight for me. It's not like it's tangible in my hand and it's materialized. A lot of things you can't claim to be true because it's not tangibly here to see it. Like, you can't go back and claim the Orion Wars is Star Wars, but yet that's what the movie is basically showing us, that Star Wars happened. It was the Orion Lyman Wars. There's no argument to that, but we don't know how truthful that is. To an extent, there's fiction thrown into it. That's what the evil people do. The same thing with Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry could have very well gotten the Council of Nine to tell him all about what goes on in our future, but how much fiction was injected into it, we can only speculate. The same with this person who's been on a lot of channels, and it's like, he seems very absolute about what he says, but what I'm noticing is a lot of these things are from books. And again, I read a lot of books. We know that. That's what my channel is about. He's talking a lot of the Urantia book. A lot of the Urantia book. And what he is staking and claiming is from that book. Also, the Voyager 1 and 2 from Ashiana Dean. Again, we don't know how accurate anybody is because there's 1,000 million different multiverse timelines that we all traverse in and out of our days. I might be on one timeline, you might be on another. The person next to you is on a different timeline, and we're all merging together like a zipper. All I do know is I don't agree with everything he puts out. Collectively, you know, he's ranged from the SSP with James Rank, the super soldier talk, all the way down to Carrie Cassidy. Has gotten to a lot of the spiritual people. And I'm not saying everything he's saying is wrong, but a lot of us star seeds might have been in programs, we might have not been in programs. He can't remember everything, and then and then remote viewing. You're in a simulation. How do you know that you're not remote viewing what they want you to see? No, I did a lot of thinking while I've been throwing up and feeling like shit. And what I really want to put out to everybody right now is to not be in fear. I'm cute, you know, as much as my situation really sucks right now and I don't know what is going to happen to me, I'm not stressing about it. I'm already gray. I can't get any more gray. I already lost my teeth. My teeth are being really wacky today. You know, I'm at this like numb point where I really don't care if I'm dead or alive, because I know that I've tried and I put my effort into everything that I could possibly do to put myself back on a positive timeline. I know I need to change. I know I need to move, and I'm working towards that goal to get there. It's just, where am I going? What am I doing? I don't know. I'm just going to let life flow and leave it to the creator to get me there. But at the same time, like, I can't sit in inaction either. Definitely not. There is a speculative CERN is going to turn on July 5th. What's going to happen? We're going to see portals. We're going to see all kinds of shit. Well, I feel like I'm reliving Y2K, if you were alive in 2000. And, you know, we still had AOL dial-up at that point. I started college in 2001, and I had AOL dial-up. The CD burners weren't even out yet. Like, ones that you can have in your house, like do your own CDs. Those weren't even out yet in 2000. They came out in 2001. Right? So if anybody was alive, like, do you remember that? Everybody is like, oh my God, it's going to go to zero, the zeros, and everything is going to shut down. Holy shit. It was so batshit banana crazy. I remember that. And then the Mayan calendar thing of 2012. Well, here's a problem with, I think, any calendar. If they keep going back in time, because we are living in the past, present, and future all in once, because time up there is, there's no time. It's a different measurement of time. We perceive time because we're here in the third density. Even if it's fourth density, we're still in ping-ponging between third and fourth. Time is linear here. But if you keep going back and changing timelines and altering the time frames, and if CERN already took us out of where we were supposed to already be, because if you remember, CERN did put us into a pocket space in a different universe, in my opinion. That's why we had the Mandela effect, and that's why it's now reoccurring again, because we're merging back with the timeline we were originally supposed to be back in 2012. So I think CERN set something off, the guard particle, whatever we went through, like in a quantum snap, Earth encompassed into this, moved out of where we were, timeline wise, we were held back. And this is of the negative timeline. The good guys got a hold of that shit and put a stop to it, snapped us back, but now we have to now travel back to the positive timeline where we once were back in 2012 before the incident happened. So now we're finally approaching that point in time space. Now we're seeing more Mandela effects. We're seeing the Mandela effects reverse themselves, like the Shazam video. I posted it. Someone showed it, like the blockbuster video. Like, here's the picture and here's the freaking videotape. And like, it happened. You know, people's perceptions are like now more fine focused on what reality is showing you and what is like coming up. I really feel like we're merging back with where we were in 2012. But now they might fire that machine up. Now, are we going to fire that up? And that's going to be us going through the Aquarius matrix. Is that bringing us closer to the central sun? Is that what they're doing with that? Or is that event going to happen from the galactics? They're not going to let anything happen. They've been sitting upstairs. They're going to go with us. If CERN goes off and it goes wrong, they're going with us. So I don't think they want that. They're going to help us, but is that the event? You know, honestly, is that why I've been set back from doing anything in the last 4 days? I don't know. I was thinking about that. I'm like, all right, there has to be a reason why I was set back from doing what I need to do in order to move ahead. Like this is obviously something that's putting me in my tracks for some reason, and I can't figure it out, but that's one hypothesis I'm throwing out there to myself. Like, oh, like I never get this sick. And if I do, there's a reason. An absolute reason for it. And again, I don't go out. I go out to my mailbox. I'm not getting anything from going to my mailbox. Like once a month I'll go out. You know, I start my car up just to make sure it runs. I don't know. So I don't want anybody freaking out. I don't want everybody, again, there are a lot of people out. We really don't know who's a psyop or who's not a psyop. Everybody's pointing the fingers at psyops, and go inside. I do that. A lot of these people that come out have valid things that are being said, but again, you could see where the rift happens. There's rifts. And there's people who are very one way leaning and another way leaning, and then everything in the middle is kind of like distorted. Everything's an illusion. which it really is, because that's what Ross says. And that's what a couple of other people say too. This is all a freaking illusion. We're all playing in a simulation. But I mean, it's reality that we still have to play the game. Is Enki the bad guy, or is Enlil the bad guy, or is Enlil the good guy and Enki the bad guy? Guess what? Think about this. Who fucking cares who's who at this point? What does that affect now? Oh, that the Anunnaki's coming back? Nibiru is on its way? Prove that. I don't care if there's a, I love Elena, but I could see where her agenda is. I see our other friend, and I see where his agenda is. I know the truthers who have all the documentation. I know where their truth lies. But does it really matter? If it affects you, you let it matter. If it doesn't affect you, you don't let it matter, because at the end of the day, if your vibrations are high and you know what your truth is, what you resonate at in your truth and what resonates with you, that's all that matters. Everybody's perspective and perception is different. That's why metaphysics is very difficult to understand for a lot of people. When I was sitting in my metaphysics class in college, okay, the question was posed, if I am wearing a red coat in the middle of Times Square, looking up at the New Year's Eve ball, would it be the same red coat if I was in France in front of the Eiffel Tower? Is stepping into the same body of water the same? No, because different molecules and different atoms are hitting your foot at every second of the water flowing. The same thing with the color red coat. You could be looking at this cup. How many different hues and tones of red are you seeing right now? It's not just red. There's intervals of red. That's how in-depth metaphysics is. It's getting you to look further than you think. It's getting you to think more in depth at things. It's all about perception. And only you, the person that is perceiving, is going to take in what they want to hear and what they resonate with. And that's what I suggest all of us start doing. And not to say not to listen to people, but if you feel, and I'm starting to see this, that I could see what the agendas are looking like. It's an Anunnaki agenda that's being pushed out right now. It's Enlil versus Enki. And who's the better one? Who's the good one? Who's Lucifer? Who's Satan? And at the same time, if the people who have taken our control away from us and who have helped to dumb us down and hide the information from us are the very ones claiming, that they practice Luciferianism and that they're Satanists and that they're this, they're that, that the other thing. They're hiding some truths to us. And now I'm reading it in Blavatsky and in Manly P. Hall, who both are, of the sort of people that you would think, oh, well, they had all the hidden knowledge. Well, why did they have the hidden knowledge? They were on the inside crew, but their words got out. You have to pluck the truth out of everything because that's what they do. That's their karma. That's how Satanists work. All right. And I'm not, again, there might be Satanists that watch me. You know how that karma works, and I'm not bashing you. by no stretch of the imagination. I don't think a lot of people know what they got themselves into when they got themselves into those situations. I studied a lot of different religions and philosophies. We all have to stop judging each other. We have to start helping each other. I've been preaching this since day one. Take what you hear with a grain of salt, resonate with what you resonate with, and leave it. And the rest leave. Don't get caught up in everybody's story, and everybody is telling you, well, this is how the galactic history went, and that's the end all be all of it, and that's it. Well, no, because there are several hundred other star seeds who have different versions of that story, and it's going to be that way. Same thing with Astronaut Nadine. Same thing with the girl in the universe. Same thing with everybody else that puts out videos and information. They get it from their guides get it from their ascended masters gets it from source. We don't know whose source and what source and who and what, where, when, and why. I know I channel my information from a higher source. I don't know if that's from Satan, Lucifer, or God. And God could be the Satan, or God could be the creator, the monad, the pleroma. It's just very interesting. Question everything. Definitely question everything. I do want everybody to know that as soon as I start feeling better and I still have the internet on my laptop, I will continue doing readings. They're going to be a lot less because of the unimaginable amounts of cleaning and organizing and boxing that I have to do. I need boxes. I'm running out. I don't have the strength to climb into places right now in my attic to pull things down. I'm trying my best to feel better so that I can get back to work and get things sold so that I can have my internet for another month, that I can get my house sold and have a period of like, I'm not going to be on, but that's because better things are coming. I hope I can do that and stay there into that mindset. You know, as much as I have been manifesting a better future for myself, I have to be realistic. And, you know, you could tell me all day, oh, it's going to manifest. I'm proof of it. Well, I'm glad that you have your life manifested. You know, sometimes it doesn't work out for everybody. And that's when other people need to pick in and do some help. I don't really ask or require anything of anybody that views me, but liking, it's really annoying to have to even say it, but liking a video does a lot because it puts it out into the Netherlands in the multiverse. It reaches people when you post it on Twitter and Truth Social and Gab and MeWe and I used to be on Parler. I don't know what happened to my account. I mean, and just all the sites that people have now, you know, everybody's dispersed all over the damn place. It doesn't hurt to share. That's how it helps to get around to more people. I know everybody's pinched financially. I get it. I've been pinched. Gonna be 7 months, 8 months. It's not fun. And it's not fun when you see people screaming out for help, and they only selectively help who they feel like they need to help. But they're patriots and say they're going to help everybody, but they don't. It's okay. Most people know who I'm talking about. And again, it's no judgment. We really need to put what we say into practice. And a lot of people say a lot of things and they don't put what they say into practice. One person I know of so far said that they were going to help patriots, and they have done it. One. And other people like, oh, I help all these people out. Well, I've been screaming out for help. Why have I been ignored? And it's not even about money. It's about finding a job. Do you think this is easy for me? I like to work. I worked from 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, got to work at 3:30 in the morning, sometimes 4 o'clock. And my second career, I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning on a bus at 5 and got into the city at 7 and worked from 7 to 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I didn't get home until 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night because my commutes were very long going home. And I did that for a very long time. I like to be hands-on. Can't be hands-on in a place like this, where everything is communistic. Everything still is like jab, 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 jab. Everything is mandate, mandate, mandate. And they kind of try to hide that from you. So I just want to update everybody that I would have been posting more videos, oracle readings too. I've been not doing good. Migraines, projectile vomiting, thinking I'm dying from heart attacks, which, you know, whatever. Although my cats would have probably had chewed on me and not on me, because not too many people check in on me. And they wouldn't even know what to do if they didn't hear from me for a few days. Because my family sure don't call me. So yeah, I just want to get that out to everybody. Just be really mindful who you're listening to. Take everything that you're listening to with a grain of salt, add it up with what everybody else is saying, and then like subcategories, put everything in categories and see who's on what side of the fence. And then where do you align yourself with? And I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong with any of the information. Again, we don't know, we don't have tangible evidence that any of this has happened or any of it is right or wrong or truth. But you could start seeing where the agendas are playing in and who's really pushing what agenda and why all of a sudden the agenda is being pushed, especially with Enki and Enlil. There has to be a reason why it's being pushed out right now. Again, I'm not on any team when it comes to that stuff. I read the Enuma Elish. It's on my channel. I think it's fascinating. But why is it stirring up again? Why is it being brought back into the cycle again? I think it's worth listening to the Carrie Cassidy interview with that particular person. She does a really good job at like trying to bring it home. Like, okay, but like, I get what you're saying, but like, there's no tangible evidence. And you sound like you're talking about like from the Voyager book, you should really read that. And again, like your ranch is like screaming out at me too when he talks. And just there's a lot of stuff there, and I see an agenda starting to build from other people that just needs to be like warranted and really looked at. So I just want everybody to understand, like, I'm on nobody's side. I don't choose a side. I go with what's within. I think there's an agenda happening. I don't like it. Just discern what you are taking into your heart. And with discern nonsense on the 5th, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and it's not in our control, it's in their control. The only control you have is over your reaction to it and yourself and how you're frequenting. So if you are in the Allison stages of purging, you're not feeling good, you feel like shit, you're having migraines, you're feeling like blah, you're walking around nauseated all day, plenty of water, rest, focus in on the light, do a lot of meditating. I do a lot of guided meditations. I put some sleep binaural beats on. I was listening to one to get me with my spirits, my guardian angels, my ascended masters, walking my mind through like, hi, I need to get here to here. How are you going to help me? Hi. So I recommend a lot of you doing those kinds of meditations, binaural beats. I was in the shower a bunch of times with sage and just like taking all the negative energy away from me, cleansing my body out. You know, it's not pretty, it's not fun, it's painful. I really thought I was going to die. I was kind of excited. That's the Viking in me. It's like, oh, Valhalla. Bring me to Asgard. I want to go there. New Earth, baby. I think Asgard is actually in Agartha. Anywho, I'm gonna go back to getting some more rest. I just wanted to touch base with everybody. When I can, and when I'm 100% up to it, I'll be doing more readings. I can't promise every day. I got to get my life squared away unless people really start coming in and helping me out with donations so I can keep. I still have to clean my house out. I still have the box. I still have to do all the physical stuff. But like just getting myself in a situation, a better situation, so that I can get this done quicker would be amazing. I'm trying. I can only do as much as I'm one person, and really I can only do what I can. And right now I can't do much. So until the next time, I'm hoping I can keep this up for a few more days. Just want to let everybody know I'm alive. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. And to the new subscribers, yep, this is raw me. And it sucks. But I'm hoping I feel better in the next few days and that I can get more stuff out before it really drops off. All right, guys. Mwah. See you in the next one. Bye.